Hello everyone, new friends, old friends. Very nice to be here at Slush. So great to get to demo you something completely new for the Yoga Retreat game today. My name is Tiina. I'm founder and CEO of Gajatri Studios, and we are developers of Yoga Retreat, world's first mobile yoga game. I want to start with describing how the life is even at Slush or during the work days. It's sometimes quite serious and stressful. And when we started to develop Yoga Retreat, we felt important that games are not only fun and entertaining, but they can also be calming and mindful experiences. And our game is targeted to women and health lovers, and the basic mechanic, it's a mobile simulation with well-being mini applications. On the surface, you might think that it's purely a business simulation experience. Customers arrive to the retreat, they are looking for service. So here we have Kirsikka. She wants to do some yoga, so I'm the yoga teacher of the retreat, and we'll teach Kirsikka a triangle pose. So there she goes. You can also expand the retreat, so there is paddleboard yoga facilities and a bunch of other stuff that you can build to the game. And obviously you need to upgrade the buildings to give better service to the customers. But this is really kind of only an introduction to the yoga thematic. And you can play the game also as a pure gaming experience, but if you're more into well-being and yoga, the story evolves in an interesting way. So you can also complete self-practices together with the game and build your own yoga sequences out of the poses and videos that you can find within Yoga Retreat. You can share the practices together with friends and challenge your friends to learn some yoga. The customers that are hanging out at your retreat are there for a reason, so they have an intention why they basically arrived to Yoga Retreat. So this one is a dancer. Life is about learning how to dance in the rain, to capture the beauty of the moment that you're in. Anyway, to the topic of the day, yoga is much more than just practice of the poses. Essentially, yoga is a practice about breath, how to be mindful, how to be present in a current moment. And when we started to think about what's really the way to take the yoga into Yoga Retreat game, obviously the feature, the mini application needed to deal with breath. So today, I'm pretty excited. You can see my heart beating in a game. Well, my pulse is over 100, not very good, but maybe, you'll pardon me since it's so many people and an exciting demo. Heart and breath works in a way that player has a Bluetooth wearable. In this case, I have a Polar heart rate monitor strapped into myself. We will also support different wristbands as well as obviously all the watches when they will start to have similar functionalities. When you actually are connected to the game, you can start to complete the breathing practices together with it. And now comes the challenging part, since we're in Helsinki and Finland, because I'd like to do a breathing practice together with you guys. And that requires a little bit interactivity and effort on your part. So maybe if you take a comfortable position, if you don't have one already, you can close your eyes or you can keep them open. You can listen to my voice, my breathing, or then you can watch the lady breathing on on the screen. Anyway, let's breathe together for a few moments and see how it feels. And you can see what happens to my pulse. I'm not really succeeding. I'm getting more excited, so my demo is not really working quite well. But basically, if you really breathe deeply, inhale and exhale, what actually happens to your pulse, it goes down. And your beating heart sends a signal to your mind and to your body that it's actually okay. Everything is okay. And you're calming down and the stress winds down. So this is essentially what this feature is all about. And when we will release it, so this is not yet out, this is something what we're developing at the moment, it will work in a way that every day there is a new practice that opens, that the player is challenged to complete. And then there will be statistics for the players that they can see how the pulse has developed over the course of the challenges and kind of get the information about, you know, where their stress levels have been during those days. Also, obviously, we will know a lot about our players, since we will know how the heart rate has developed and what has happened to these people when they've used yoga retreat, heart and breath. So, I'll just show the main UI one more time. So the types of practices that will be there they are breathing, mindfulness, and little bit meditation oriented, completed first over the 14 days of time. So we are a team of 6 people. Game is currently out on iOS. It will become available to Google Play and Amazon App Store after 1 week's time. Yoga Retreat, Heart and Breath will be rolled out before holidays, so by the end of this year. And what we really want to achieve today, here, Slush, also tomorrow, is that once you've seen the heart and breath, and when somebody talks about games, health, well-being, fun, you remember that there is this team in Helsinki who is working with this mobile yoga game, with these breath challenges, integrating state-of-the-art mobile software capabilities, wearables, games, into an experience that is fun and calming for the players. I really hope that you tell everyone that, okay, it's pretty cool, and help us to share the message. So that's one call to action I hope that I get you guys to share. Then, some of you may ask, but so where's the health? So okay, very nice, it's a game, and yeah, you can do the breathing, and you know, what's the real health impact? So, last point, 2 weeks ago, I read interesting magazines, such as Cancer magazine, published by American Cancer Society. They published a study done with breast cancer patients who had completed 8-week program of breathing and mindfulness. And that study involved a control group who didn't. So the difference between the 2 groups were that the first one had longer telomeres than the control group. And the telomeres are basically tiny pieces of nucleotides protecting our chromosomes from stress and from disease. So we are still in early phases of the scientific proof of mindfulness and yoga and breathing, but still there is already evidence that these practices can be really good for you and that mind actually can influence matter. So what would be more interesting than to have games and to be able to play with these types of elements that actually can have real health impact? So with those words, I'd like to say thank you, namaste, and have a really, really great and healthy day.